What's up, everybody? It's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network, and I just want to talk this time about the Kardashians and the Jenners, as I like to call them, the Jendashians. And what I want to talk about today is why does it seem as though women blame everything on the Kardashians? Their issues, the issues of the world, the issues of society. And I'll explain what I mean. Now, recently, I was watching an IG Live, and it had Lisa Raye, it had Claudia Jordan, and a couple of more African American females. And I don't want to point out the point that they're African American. It's just women in general, but these just happen to be African American females. And Lisa Raye brought up a point, and she said that the Kardashians single-handedly shaped the way women bodies are perceived, and they made women of today feel as though they had to have bodies like the Kardashians, and they made it acceptable. And I believe what Lisa Raye was trying to say was when black women are naturally curvy most of the time, there are some black women out there that also has enhancements, you know, hence Nicki Minaj, hence Cardi B. She may not be black, but she's non-white. She's considered, you know, urban. And there's a lot of them delicious, a lot of the Insta thoughts, and the Instagram models, and somewhat. A lot of them have enhanced bodies. And I understand where Lisa Raye is trying to go with it, wherein before black women who were naturally curvy, before they started getting enhancements, they was considered too fat, too thick, and the white girls back then were most of the time all chest. They had huge breasts, small waists, and flat behinds. So I understand what she's talking about. It wasn't really until Kim Kardashian, and I won't even say Kim Kardashian. I like to start with Sir Mix-a-Lot when he came out with the song about the big butts, and he had the white girls in, and the white girls were talking about like, oh my God, look at her butt, Becky, and it seemed as though that's when it started, where it's how he was singing about he liked big butts, he cannot lie, and it seems as though he was putting out there what men were about to, you know, what they would start going to turn their attention to. Black men have always been on, big behinds. But you can't blame the Kardashians or Kim Kardashian for that because it started before the Kardashians even were really out doing anything. Remember, Delicious was on Flavor of Love, all right? And they were already then starting to get into big behinds because black men are into big behinds. Now, if you want to say, you know, white girls started and getting enhancements on their behind because they knew that's what black men liked, then I might go for that. But you can't blame Kim Kardashian or the Kardashians, you know, for women feeling as though they have to get body enhancements because that's been everywhere. for the past 10 years. If you go back to LL Cool J, if you go back to LL Cool J when he had a song called Big Old Butt, he was talking about big old butts back then. He said, Tina got a big old butt. I know I told you I'd be true, but Tina got a big old butt, so I'm leaving you. So, but if you go back to that video, and I believe that was probably somewhere around 1990 or somewhere in there, and you go and compare the big old butts that LL was talking about compared to the butts we have now that you consider big butts, is no comparison. It's back in the late early 80s and early 90s. Big butts was way different from what uh, women consider and guys consider big butts now. If you go back to those videos in the late 80s and early 90s, and women that old heads like me considered having fat behinds, fat with a P, not fat with an F. You look at them now and compare them to the women of today, and there's no comparison. You know, it always seems as though, even though I've been on some blogs that were not black, white blogs, and I see the white women getting at the Kardashians too, but it seems like the black women are more upset because black black men like them. That's what I believe it is. So the Kardashians should not be getting blamed for your daughter uh, believing that having an enhanced body is the way to go. That is on you. It is not up to the Kardashians to raise your daughters. It is up to you to raise your daughters. I get a little tired of every single time it rains when it's not supposed to rain, or it's a hurricane and they never said it was going to be a hurricane. I'm tired of women putting the blame on the Kardashians. Like they're the only women walking around with enhanced bodies. What about Nicki Minaj? And I love Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is a big influence on young girls, black and white. And she's walking around here with an enhanced butt, probably enhanced chest. Well, I'm not sure if that's confirmed. That might be her chest. She's always had a big chest. But she's walking around here with enhancements. I don't see any black women saying Nicki Minaj is the cause of why big butts is accepted. I would blame, even though her butt was already big, it did not really start becoming and hitting pop culture until J Lo. And J Lo body wasn't enhanced, but she set the bar. And then everyone else in Hollywood started seeing the attention J Lo was getting, and how everybody was talking about her butt, and they were all saying, "I got to get a butt like her." And the white girls that didn't have it, they said, "I'ma start eating what these black girls are eating. I'ma start eating what J Lo is eating." And then even women like Britney Spears and Scarlett Johansson, and then you got the white girls that got the enhanced booties like Coco, Ice-T's wife. I mean, you just can't blame the Kardashian for it. I just think it's the easy thing to do. Everybody loves blaming the Kardashians for everything. Stop blaming the Kardashians for your life and take control of your own life. And if your daughters are looking up to the Kardashians, that is a you problem, not a Kardashian problem. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network.